Right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. This is the MMA Circle, where I give you my breakdowns and my predictions for fights. Yesterday, I posted all my predictions to all the prelims. So if you haven't seen those yet, go back and check them out. This go round, I'm going to be predicting the main card. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start with the first fight of the night, which is number 12 ranked Smolka versus number 13 ranked Borg. Okay. Borg, I don't know. Well, let me start off this way. This is a tough fight to call. It really is. Both guys hold their own on the ground, and whenever we see these guys fight, we see a lot of amazing transitions and scrambles. Borg's been out since February of this year after suffering a lopsided decision loss to Justin Scoggins. Borg was supposed to fight in July and September, but ended up pulling out of those fights due to injury and having the flu for the last one. Smolka, on the other hand, is coming off of his first submission loss at the hands of the talented and highly underrated, in my opinion, Brandon Moreno via guillotine choke. What I love and also hate about these fights is you never know what you're going to get because both guys are so talented and so athletic and so young that they have the ability to make drastic improvements to their game in a minimal amount of time. They're still finding themselves as fighters, and it's going to be years before we see a fully developed Smolka or a fully developed Borg. So, that's something fun to look out for, and that's really something fun to think about. These ones in the lighter weight classes are a little bit tougher to analyze and predict, but let's talk about what we know about the fighters and go from there. Borg is a powerful boxer and wrestler. His striking technique leaves a little to be desired, but he swings hard and he connects often. He's a solid wrestler that has good positional dominance if he can get you on your back. He's excellent in scrambles and more often than not comes out on top. In his last fight, he had a lot of trouble getting within reach of the longer, more technical Scoggins, which is something to be considered since he'll be at a reach disadvantage again against Smolka. Scoggins is a much better striker than Smolka, and he has the ability to switch stances and throw a wider variety of strikes. But Smolka does know how to use his reach to his advantage. Smolka is a well-rounded athlete with a wide arsenal of chokes at his disposal. I think he's still working on perfecting the technique of the chokes, but the general knowledge is there. He gets the chokes, but he doesn't finish them, and then he moves on to something else, which makes me think that maybe he forgets the technique, maybe he never really knew the technique, but he certainly attempts them and, has a knowledge that he could get that submission there if he freaking had the technique. He's a rangy fighter that flows pretty well on the ground. Against experienced and strong grapplers, he has trouble getting off of his back, though, and that's going to pose a problem for him in this matchup. He gives up position quite a bit, too, in order to go after submissions that he doesn't have, and so far he hasn't really had to pay for it, but against Borg, that could be a huge mistake. His striking is decent, but he doesn't have a lot of pop on his strikes, and everything he does throw seems a little lackadaisical. He gets caught in the guillotine a lot, whether guys finish the choke or not, and certainly his long necks makes him more susceptible to chokes than some other fighters, that have short, stocky necks, and they can just freaking tuck that chin into the chest and, defend that way. Smolka, that's a big target for a choker. I'm going with Borg in this one. I think Smolka does his best work when he fights guys that let him fight at his pace and guys that start to wear down as the fight progresses, whether because of cardio issues or self-esteem issues or whatever. I expect Borg to push the pace and not let Smolka settle in. Borg recently switched to Jackson Winklejohn, and I think that's a good fit for him at this stage of his career. I truly believe they're going to help him with his striking, help him learn how to get in range with these longer guys and teach him more setups for his takedowns, which is a big thing for a wrestler in MMA. You got to have those setups for the takedowns or you're just not going to get them, I know he's worked a lot on his, at least at the higher levels. Borg's worked a lot on his strength and conditioning, so I'm expecting an even faster and stronger and more explosive Borg in this fight, and he was already those things to begin with. this fight's going to be all about the pace and preparation because they're pretty evenly skilled. Obviously, number 12, number 13, you know, they're pretty even already. So this one's going to come down to some X factors. Smolka said in his last loss against Moreno, it was due to his lack, rather, of studying and preparation on his part, which makes me beg the question, is anyone helping Smolka do his research and come up with solid game plans, or is he doing all this on his own, you know? And when it comes to preparation and game plans, the guys at fucking Jackson Winklejohn have it down. Nobody in the game is better than those guys. So I have Ray Borg defeating Luis Smolka in this fight. Probably not the outcome you're expecting, that I'm expecting, but I'm really expecting Ray Borg to defeat Luis Smolka by submission in the first round, right? What? First round? What? You're crazy. I know I'm crazy, but fucking crazy wins money on DraftKings, don't it? You never see fucking... Go look at the cards of the guys who won Big League on DraftKings, and you're going to be like, damn, how do they see that fucking coming, right? You got to pay attention, man. So, anyways, if you agree, you know, like the video, subscribe, comment, whatever. If you disagree, you know, comment, let me know what you think, and, you know, maybe something I missed. And the next one's Dillashaw versus Lineker, so tune in to the next video and watch me break that one down. And thanks for watching this one. Peace.